My jobs prior to Wieden+Kennedy have always been so much more complicated than this job that I have now. You know, it's meeting with publishers, meeting with media people, fighting for those one-offs in those extreme situations where we can excel and create a competitive advantage. It's flying around the world and figuring how we get enough critical mass. It's understanding how we do everything really quickly and how if there's something going on in the news that is directly relevant to our brand, we pop up and make sure that people are doing that too. And how long do those people stay and how do you put them in place and how do you tie them into the overall structure? And that's the whole piece. That's the everything that's digital, you know? I haven't even mentioned mobility, second screen viewing, attribution, you know, real-time media exchange. So I walked into Wieden+Kennedy and I kept waiting for these digital conversations to happen where I was supposed to put up my hand and go, hey, it's okay, it's all right, you know, this is what we're gonna do. And they never came. And I realized we don't talk about that. We don't even think about that. It's a kind of blindness that I think saves us and keeps our work at the middle of what we do. And I realized that my job there was to figure out where there were more and better opportunities to do great creative work, period. Which I found really charming, given I'd been through the digital leader cycle. And you know, when I started looking at the work that was being made, and I started walking the halls, and I saw what got pushed out into the digital world, and I saw it be good, and I saw it get mass, and I saw it become part of culture, and I saw it make changes for our clients and their businesses. And I realized that you have to pick the things that you're really good at, the things that are your load-bearing walls, the things that are about your culture, and be better at them than anybody else in the world. But it's okay not to do everything.
And at Wieden, I will say, Colleen, we've, for the most part, have lived by that. We've never done everything. We never have done shopper marketing. We've never done B2B. That's not what our focus is. Our focus is on sheer creativity. But for some reason, we started in the digital world. We carried so much guilt that we weren't perfect in it. We wanted to impress our clients on a daily basis. We did absolutely everything. We failed at a lot of things. So the one amazing gift that you gave this agency is the ability to say no. The fact that we can have confidence about doing good work on Old Spice, good work on Nike, but that we don't have to do absolutely everything. And that was wonderful learning.
Mm-hmm. And you know what I think that's about? There are certain things that we do have to do. And you know, this is very much what we're about. The work comes first. The society at Wieden+Kennedy, it's a meritocracy that's built on work. Because when words fail, work speaks. Because how you do anything is how you do everything. And if you don't make work, you have no words, you have no skin in the game. So when you're looking at transition, we can sit and talk about it, but nobody's going to listen to you because it's not real within our building unless it's work. So that means that everything from the work out, it has increasingly less importance. What that does is it stops us from being full of shit. It stops us from becoming precious with the way things are. It stops us from doing a lot of things or killing things that don't seem right. Because creativity really isn't about believing that there's only one way to do anything. It's about being open to a lot of different ways. And I think that's why we've been able to sort of successfully make this pivot. You know, when we're trying to figure out how to make the digital people at Wieden+Kennedy happy, and those of you who work in the industry business, in the advertising business, know that that's an ongoing problem, mixing those two things together and making them happy. This is before we even get to making the clients happy. Well, the answer is how do we help them make more work? When we're trying to figure out how to bring our best talent into working in this space where there are so many sort of currents of culture and distribution and platforms without having to load them with it. It was to let them make the work, whether they knew how to make the work or not, to just let them continue to try. It was the single thread of truth for us when we look at what is our problem as an agency, that okay, it's okay. The truth can all be found in the work. We can find the way in the work. So, you know, I feel that the line that people feed the press machine to set examples for their companies of how to go digital, it just becomes further and further distance from what's coming off the assembly line. And that would never happen with us because our culture of work is what enables us to change. Because when the world is uncertain You need fewer categories. You need a strong culture and a single goal. And in our case, that was what it was.